I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to yet another player review. Today it's going to be the season objective Emmanuel Sabbi, 89 rated. US right wing, of course. I don't even know who the other players are, to be honest. I claimed this like early hours of the morning and decided that I would get this up to date, and I just went with the American because he fits obviously a fair few of the MLS teams. He gets a link to Evander, which is the Brazilian objective player. So, you know, there's an awful, I don't know, like the other one's obviously linked to other players as well, but this guy's got a little bit more about him, I think, in terms of what I wanted. So that's why I went with him. He's got 4-star, 4-star. Of course, he is medium-low, lean body type, which is good as well. 5'10", which is nice, right-footed. He's got insane pace, 95 acceleration and sprint speed. To be honest, most players do these days, don't they? Very hard to come by a player who doesn't have very, very good pace in this position with all the team of the seasons and SBC cards and all the stuff knocking about the place. 99 agility, 99 balance, 90 dribbling, 88 ball control, 92 positioning. You'll notice that I've skipped over quite a few things. We will go back and revisit, don't worry. 87 finishing, 89 shot power, 84 long shots, 91 short passing, 87 stamina, and 99 jumping. So what's not to like there? Well, of course, there are stats, like I said, that we skipped. Reason for that is I just wanted to get through all the good ones before we start bringing him down, really, because 74 reactions, 77 composure. I did mention the finishing, shot power, long shots, but none of them are particularly... I mean, the 89 isn't low, but it's not as high as an awful lot of the team of the season cards that have come out that are like 20, 30k. Some of them have, you know, like I'm always coming back to that. Is it Laba, the Togo striker? He's like 30k. He's in the 90s for rating, but he has 99 positioning, finishing, and shot power. And that is a 30k card. Yeah, he's got a few other things wrong with him, links as well, but I mean, this isn't going to be amazing for links. I did say at the beginning that he does link to MLS players and Evander. You know, that's fine. He's better than Laba for links. Is his name Laba? I'm almost certain it is. That's 100% better than Laba for links anyway, because Laba doesn't really link to anyone other than Emmanuel Adebayor. But with that being said, Sabbi doesn't have the best of stats, you know, just those reactions and composure alone. But then when you say that the strength isn't particularly good, the vision does in fact let him down. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get in there. There are definitely a few things wrong, and of course, what stats he has, like ball control, it's not terrible, but it's 88. Other team of the season cards are going to have higher. Yes, he's a right wing. You could maybe get by without the finishing and the shot power and the long shots, but then his vision isn't particularly great either at 86. He isn't just an 88 rated left wing, points per position, or right wing rather. It's not a bad card on paper, and someone that you'll pick up just naturally from playing the game without even... I mean, obviously, for this account, I have actively gone out to get as much XP as possible, right? That's the team we've got him in. He does link to Evander. We've got the other storyline player from last season in there as well. I forget his name, but he's in there. I did have Roy Keane in Evander's position because I actually forgot that Evander existed for a second. I played a game or two and then realised, oh yeah, of course, Evander's from the Danish league. I can get a nice little link there, and I do, obviously, and then we can link into better players like Militao and such. I do actually like that Evander card. A lot of fun to use. He played as a cam very briefly, Evander that is, and then I pushed him back into the midfield when I brought on the likes of Nani. But Sabbi played right side for maybe 2 games, and he just wasn't getting involved as much. I mean, out here, as you can see, 84th minute, he comes on as a sub. He's been on as a sub since well before or in and around half-time. And then, of course, gets into the penalty area, plays a good ball across to Carlos Vela. I actually used that clip in the Rafinha review, and it didn't have anything to do with Rafinha. The reason I did that, it was to show that Carlos Vela's 3-star weak foot was better than Rafinha's. But a nice little assist from Sabbi, and he comes in from the right-hand side here, does well. I'll tell you one thing that is really strange about this card. I'm not sure what it is. It might be the balance. That would be me just stretching. But he feels quite strong. He's 5'10" and he's got 70 strength, but he does feel quite strong. It almost feels like he is very aggressive, but again, he's only got 60 aggression, so I don't really know and can't quite put my finger on why he feels that sort of strong, and he's able to, not, I wouldn't say glide past people, but he can push his way past people. Now, unfortunately, when he does push his way past people, you have one of two problems. First of which is if he does get clean through on goal, or however he gets through on goal, his finishing is substandard. He will score the odd goal, but he's not going to be that consistent player that you're potentially hoping he's going to be. Scores a nice goal there, good finish, but he doesn't do that on a regular basis. That is something that will only happen every so often. I wouldn't say, I don't know, I wouldn't even like to put a number on it, but every so often it's not going to happen a lot, because most of the time he hits the post, misses the target. I know, well, that's pretty much it really. The goalkeeper can make the odd save, but generally speaking what will happen is he'll just miss the target. He managed to get a good pass off there actually, and unfortunately Awar just not good enough to put it home. What happens in this clip then? He gets his effort and it's just blocked, and it'll come back round to him here, and it'll be that there is the game. I just want to point that out. That there isn't him. When I was played that ball across, he should have just taken it first time. Would it have gone in? I don't know, maybe the defender would have stopped it on the line, but he didn't take it first time, and what happened was that he let it run across his body. Now, you could say that it was down to the reaction or the composure or whatever it may be, and maybe that's got something to do with it, I don't know, but it felt like the game was pushing him away from the ball. It was almost like two polar opposite sides of a magnet when you try and put them together, and they just won't touch. It was almost like that, because it felt like he sort of arced his way round rather than just going straight to the ball. But I attribute that to the game rather than the player, so just bear that in mind. I've criticised him a fair bit. You know, he's not very good at shooting. His passing can be questionable because his vision, like his immediate short passing is actually not bad at all. So, you know, straight lines, the way you're facing, that sort of stuff, that's not bad. And there you go, evidence of the strength again. He's not got very good defensive stats. He's in the 30s and 40s, which obviously we don't want, but he got back and made a challenge, and he used what strength he had, and he was very good at doing it as well. So I was quite happy about that. Of course, the end of the game there, but he did track back and win the ball, which is something that surprised me, because obviously I know I'm running back with him, but I really didn't expect him to win the ball. Nani does really well here, and this is a great pass from Sabbi. Nice little pass side from Nani. Good ball back to him, and he scores, but it's not like I suppose it is a pass that requires a small degree of vision, but it's not one of those sort of really intricate passes. It just needed to be played back in toward Nani, who did the little 1-2 give and go, and it worked really well. But Nani just showing him up there. Nani was an 80k SBC card, and he is absolutely sensational. This is free, sure. I've taken away the is he worth the unlock, because chances are, even if you don't actively go after this, you will unlock it anyway just from playing the game, because it's only, what is it, a level 15 or something. You've got like a month left to do it. Chances are you're already level 6 or 7 anyway, even if you are just casually working your way through the game and playing games. So yeah, you'll probably end up unlocking him anyway. The issue with this card is, right, that it's not that he's not very good, because he's not bad. I actually enjoyed him to a degree. There were a few things like, you know, when he's through on goal and he doesn't score, the odd pass that doesn't go in the right direction or to the player that you wanted with the right power, so on and so forth. You know, you just get that with higher rated cards. The thing that really sort of confused me and just annoys me a little bit about this card really is the fact that if you're the type of player who will grind to get it, you don't need it, chances are. I mean, you might be a fan of him, and that's fair enough. And to be fair, you will get on with him because it's not terrible. I got a degree of enjoyment out of it. I just don't think it's good enough for like competitive play more than anything else. But if you're a fan of him, fan of the club, fan of the nation, want to build that team, yeah, you'll get on with him just fine. But in terms of actually using him in a competitive sense, or even in rivals trying to get wins, in foot champs trying to get wins, I don't really see the need for it, because if you're, like I said, the type of player who will go and grind that and get the card as quickly as I've managed to get it on here, you don't need it at all, right? Just for the fans. If you're a casual player who is just going to get this by playing through the game and not going after any objectives, when you pick it up, and by the time you pick it up, which is probably going to be in another week or two, you won't need it. You'll have better cards by then. You just won't need it. It won't be good enough to get into your team. So I don't really understand, apart from, hey, fans of this club or nation or player, here's a card for you that is kind of okay. Apart from those people, I don't really know who is going to pick this card up and use it, because outside of this review, I probably won't use it again unless I need it for a link. But hey, it is what it is. Not a terrible card. Can have a degree of enjoyment out of it. Felt a little bit stronger than he should do, maybe. Great balance and dribbling. Nice weak foot skill move. Good agility. Great pace. Just lacked an awful lot of what other sort of lower rated, 90 rated team of the season cards that cost 30, 40k can offer you, basically, is what I'm getting at there. But if you have unlocked it already and you've played with him, let me know what you think of him. If you're looking forward to and actively trying to unlock it, let me know that as well. If you have enjoyed the review, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.